Oh, welcome. Welcome to Ace Bob Ross, How to Paint in Oils. And my name is Catherine Ace, thus Ace Bob Ross. Now I'm showing you a little bit of raking light here, and I'm showing you a little bit of an area that's going to be tricky for what I'm about to do. This area down here I'm going to do, it doesn't have nearly as much texture, but it has some. So I already made a video, but it got too long. It went over 10 minutes. I just lose time when I get into the studio. So anyhow, hi. Let's see, I have to put myself over here to see me. There, you can see me. So I usually carry lots of rocks around in my pockets. Sometimes I carry magnets around and I've ordered a new magnet, which I'm really excited about. But I don't want to put this with my phone, which I also usually carry around in my pocket. And my pockets get really heavy. But today I'm going to take this rock, which I don't know what it is. I've got a couple ideas because of the wonderful Google, but I'm not quite sure. But I love this rock, and this has been an interesting time for me personally, and probably for a lot of people. So I'm going to take this rock, I'm going to put all that interesting stuff into the water and out of my studio for the time being. Okay. So I'm just gonna so I already did this part in the first fail video. So I'm just gonna do a little bit here. And you can see this has a little bit of texture. I'm doing this as a final varnish. It's just this Dorland's wax medium. It's my preferred wax medium, and I'm working it in to the paint surface with my fingers. Now I don't paint with my fingers usually, but there's a lot of the sense of touch. So you get to know how your brushes feel. You can get to know when you should twirl it, when you should pull it up to its tip, when it can go flat, when you can scrub it. There's just so many different ways to use that tool. But also if putting on wax like this, you want to feel that it's gotten into the crevices, but it's not pooling up there. So it'll diminish some of the texture, but it will definitely cut down on the raking light, which I don't particularly want in my paintings, if possible. So I've got it covered up to here, and then I'm going to demonstrate an original Catherine Ace, well, not technique, but term that I use, and that is very sophisticated. It's called pooping. I just take, paper towel, and I poop it. And what it does is it raises a tiny bit of texture, and it erases a bunch of those finger marks that are there. And then I check it. I check it in raking light to see if I actually am getting an even coverage. So that can take some time. So I'm not going to spend more time on it in the video because it would get freaking boring after a while. But I am going to, remember this scribble yesterday? This is what it was. Then I kind of decided it should go like this. And then I decided it should go like this. But I've already put on some paints. I've used these paints. This here is a naphthol. This and this are CADs. These are oils. It doesn't matter, but that's alkyd. This is an earth green, dirt, dirt. And this is a cad green, so it's a cadmium, just like these two guys. This is a phthalo, which is an alkyd, but that doesn't make any difference. And this is an alkyd that is a mix. It's called olive green, and it is a mix of, I think it's black or else brown, so black I think, and phthalo and some azo yellow. This, I kind of drag this over. So I want to show you a couple things before I go over the time of why I chose these paints and what you can do to play with your paints. Let me check the time. Oh, I'm doing okay. So I'm going to hand hold this now, and so I can kind of get in there. Come on, camera. Yeah, you can do this. Oh, so could I. Anyhow, so this is the naphthol. This is the cad. What do you see the difference between these are? Obviously, well, not obviously, but this one is a transparent paint. This cad is an opaque paint. See how you can see the marks through this? They're covered up over here. This is a, oh, I forgot about that. This is a permanent alizarin crimson, which is basically a quinacridone. And this is a cad also. This is a cad deep. Again, this is opaque. You can barely see this line through it. This is a transparent paint. You can see all the lines through it. This is a cad green. Again, a cadmium opaque. This is just where I kind of overlap the two, but this phthalo is obviously a transparent paint. This is transparent for the most part, this olive, and this is green earth. It's a oil again. You really normally would not paint oil on paper, but you can if you cover the paper gesso. There's clear gesso, there's white gesso, there's black gesso, there's tons of different gessos. But you can see this is really opaque, very opaque. So you cannot see through that dirt. That's just basically a pile of dirt on the paper there. So anyhow, I guess I'll turn this around just because I should say goodbye. I will hopefully see you tomorrow, and I hope you have an interesting but wonderful day. Okay, bye.